Plaintiff Jonesha Fingers says she was happy the defendant gave her a place to stay when she got out of jail, until an eviction notice came. She's suing for $2,500. Defendant Joshua Matthews claims he transferred the apartment to the plaintiff, so she should have known she'd be taking over all the costs. He's countersuing for $2,000.
Okay, Jonesha, you are suing, you say, former friend Joshua?
Yes, sir.
For an unpaid utility bill and emotional distress.
Basically, I know Joshua through his sister behind being incarcerated. So my living situation became behind getting arrested by the police, but also brutalized as well. I received a broken neck and a fractured skull. So I was trying to get my life back together from that. Excuse me.
No,
My
that's
PTSD.
okay. Take a moment. Take a moment. Okay, take a deep breath.
I'm sorry,
okay,
it's my
I
PTSD.
understand. Yeah, I understand. I do. He's going to give you some tissues.
Gratitude.
Okay.
Gratitude.
Would you like something to eat?
No. Got some steak? No.
2 eggs, hash browns, and toast. No, go ahead.
Okay, so I met his sister incarcerated. Long story short, we got out and became business entrepreneurs, you know, and from there, last year I had ended up, during the pandemic, I had ended up in a living situation in November, I want to say, and Joshua said that he was giving up an apartment, so I asked if I could stay there, honestly.
And what was this living situation?
I didn't have nowhere to live.
Oh,
I didn't have nowhere to live at the time. I was living in a hotel.
You asked your friend.
He was like, I'm giving up an apartment. I'm moving out my apartment. You need somewhere to stay. You can stay there. You know what I'm saying? To get your feet together until the lease in. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll pay the light bill. So that way, since I don't have to pay rent, I'm going to pay your light bill for you. So I paid off on that. Well, when I left the apartment due to receiving an eviction notice.
He had a lease to an apartment, and he had 1 month left on it.
Yes.
You needed a place. He said you could stay there.
Yeah.
And you don't have to pay the rent.
Yes, sir.
Just pay the light bill.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So,
and it sounded like a good deal.
Yes, sir. So
okay,
I went ahead and paid the light bill on that. But when I moved out due to the eviction notice, I had closed that account. When I had opened up my new account at the new address, I received a letter with a disconnect notice with his name attached to my light bill. This $1,500 comes from another address that he had. This is a whole nother address that this man has.
So it had nothing even
It has
to do with
nothing to
that?
do with me. My debt that has to do with me, sir, is 211 from that old apartment that we had a connection with.
Yes.
We ain't have no connection with his new address and this debt of almost $1,600. This debt of almost $1,600 has no connections to me at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing to do with me.
You just agreed to pay the light bill for the place where you stayed.
Yes, sir.
So the $1,500 that is now owed
is because his name was still attached to that account.
But it has nothing to do with you.
And it has
you
nothing
never
to do
lived
with
there.
me.
Okay.
He doesn't even live with me.
Let me hear your side of the story.
The agreement that she just said was all wrong. I would never agree to you can stay in my apartment and I'm going to pay the bills while you're there and I still have a whole nother house with me and my children. So the agreement was that she would take over everything from that apartment.
Just so I get it straight.
Yes, sir.
So for the 1 month she lived there.
She was there for actually from September all the way into January. The evidence right here, I think it shows that she was there from November 1st.
November 1st to January 20th.
Yes, sir. And that's all of the bills that was accumulated from the time that she moved in to the time that she left.
I ended that December, I want to say December 12th, because I received the eviction notice on the door.
The January 20th, that's the day that the landlord, the apartment's manager said that they had to make her leave. And then that's the day that they locked the doors and everything.
You're lying.
And changed the locks.
There was no need to change the lock because I was already gone.
You were gone when?
I was way gone before that. I was gone in December, sir. I remember I left before Christmas and all of that.
Why were you evicted?
I left because he had an eviction notice on his door. That's not my issue. I'm gonna stop these lights and this is all your furniture in here. I'm just here to lay somewhere to lay my head. In all actuality, this man lying. It was no agreement to have no bill.
The eviction notice was on, I went to court for the eviction notice.
I understand when she was finally kicked out. When did the eviction notice get there? When was it posted? When was she told that she shouldn't be there?
That was the week before January 20th. They gave her 7 days.
Do you have a copy of that eviction notice? Does anyone have a copy of it?
It was December 1st when they sent the eviction.
Okay,
And
let me hear
they
from the
gave her
witness
7 days to go to
now.
court.
And your name is?
Kayla Matthews.
Kayla. What can you add to this story?
My brother Joshua,
Yes.
he has kids. You know, he has one of the biggest hearts that I've ever seen. He helps everybody. And he would never put himself in a situation, you know, where he would be paying the bills for somebody else.
You never said just pay the light bill.
No, sir.
No.
The light bill came in is when I moved to my house, the lights were being cut off over there, and the apartments weren't trying to let her switch into her name and the lease still be in my name. So I said, well, I don't have anything to do with that. I mean, I'm already moved over here and I have to get lights over here. So she said, I will go ahead and pay this so that the lights can be cut back on if you would agree to that.
I see a light bill here of $1,500.
That accumulated for the 3 months that she was there and the 3 months that I was at my house. Both of them were put together.
So what should she pay out of it?
I said I would go down there with her and we can take care of it there, but she wanted me to send her Cash App. And I'm not about to send you Cash App when the light bill is supposed to go to IPL.
It's in my name.
It's in both of our names.
Has it been
You
paid?
ain't paid nothing on it. You ain't gave me a dime.
But I'm not
Your
gonna
Honor, this
send it
man
to
ain't
you.
gave me not a dime.
Has the
Sorry.
bill been paid yet?
No, sir. The bill has not been paid. I've literally been like $40 short, been at women without eating because I'm trying to make sure this bill,
Got it.
$1,600 bill
Okay.
getting paid. I got kids too,
Okay.
and his bill from that address don't got nothing to do with me.
Okay.
It don't got nothing to do with me.
At the end of the day, he was just trying to help her out.
That's fine.
And now
He
it's
helped me.
backfired on him.
Well,
How does his bill that he ain't never paid a $1,600 at another address got anything to do with me at mine where he ain't let's rest his soul at?
In other words,
I
part
never-
of that bill,
He has no problem paying that.
well, she's getting stuck with it.
My whole life I've been taken advantage of. You understand what I'm saying? I understand he helped me out with the police brutality, with my life and everything I got going on. On top of him trying to help me getting on my feet now that I'm somewhere where I have my own stable environment to get my life on track. You understand? This light bill, I done asked him. He done even came to my job. I work at a club bartending. He's done paid to get in the club. You can pay to get drunk. You can pay to eat. You could pay to get gas to come this many miles and this many hours
Who
away.
asked for the light bill to be put in both of our names?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter because I never told them to put it in both of
Whether
our
you gotta pay
names.
me or you gotta pay the light company, you gotta pay your debt. That's irrelevant.
But my debt shouldn't have anything to do with you because I wasn't there when whoever
Okay,
you
so this is
used
why I'm here to get that debt
replicate me,
situated.
whoever
I
you
feel
used to
violated
replicate
all
me,
over again.
who did you use to make sound like me?
All they said you had to do was call them and let them know that you don't live with me
We
at
called
my
on
address.
three-way, me and you together. We called on three-way. They said they couldn't do anything about it.
Some of the bills she's getting is not her bill at all, of a residence she doesn't live at all. On the utility bill, you're suing for $2,175. I don't have enough evidence to support that. I do have enough evidence to say that it is reasonable that you would pay her, which she would not be responsible for, $1,556. So I find for the plaintiff for the sum of $1,556.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I mean, she comes with good sob stories. She cries, and that's how she gets her way.
He knows I have no friends, no family. You know what I'm saying? So that's where his help came in at. But for him to say I'm using a sob story, how am I doing that when it's all honesty?
You try to make me look like a fool and make me look like the bad person when I was the only person that was trying to help you at this time. Nobody tried to help you at all. I got slapped in the face, so that friendship is dead.
Hey YouTube, thanks for watching. For more Judge Jerry, click here. For more Jerry Springer, click here.